Hi everyone, back out. Golf season's finished, pretty much, apart from a wee winter league that we play in. But I'm back out in the woods. I was out yesterday with Ben from B&T Bushcraft, just having a wee blather with him. Just organising some trips we're going to be doing in hot tents and just some bushcrafty stuff, and also arranging meets up at the shelter that we built out his way. Yeah, so it's good to be back out, and it's an absolutely glorious day. I've just done a walk over the fields heading into the forest, so I'll bring you back when I get to the camp. It'll be interesting to see what kind of conditions it's in, because I've not been up probably for about 6 or 8 months. Not been up for a good while, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of condition it's in. Hopefully it won't be too bad. Hopefully there won't be too much graft needed, but I do have some plans. I've got some ideas of how I want to change it. So first of all, see what it's like when we get there, and I'll bring you back then. Okay, so that's a bit of a relief. It's actually in pretty good shape. Yeah, nothing. I need to fix the tarp over the hammock, but the wood store's stood up perfectly. The wood is bone dry in there, nicely seasoned now. Yeah, so it's all looking good. Nobody's been here either. I don't know if you can see that, but almost feels like it's snowing, but it's the pine needles falling off the trees. These are larch. This is a larch fir that are in round about us. I don't see any that have fallen with the high winds that were a wee while back, or any that look like they're going to come down. Yeah, so quite happy with everything. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do first, I'm going to get a wee fire on the go, so I can get a wee brew going. But if I get the fire going, get that burning while I'm fixing the tarp over by the shelter, or by the hammock, sorry, a wee quick tidy up. I'm going to have a wee explore as well, see if there's any mushrooms kicking about. Might be some chanterelles or something if I'm lucky, but I'll get the fire on first, I'll fix the tarp, and then I'll go for a wee mooch about and just see if anything's changed, anything new. hear that wood sizzling, and you can actually see the moisture in it, so it's not as dry as I thought it was. So it has to take me just a little bit longer to start the fire. You just got to be patient. But yeah, she's starting to go now. Get a brew on shortly. So my char cloth is nearly finished. It's nearly used up, so I'll need to make some more. Let's put my striker back in. Yeah, but there you go. Fire's gone now. You can hear it hissing away though. The one thing I didn't bring up with me was any paracord. I wasn't really planning on fixing too much up today. I just wanted to assess, see what was going on, but I kind of wish I had now, because I could have got it fixed up properly. But I might be able to take a bit off the ridge line. That needs tightened up anyway, just so I can get the front end back onto these stakes here, and it'll keep the hammock dry. Yeah, I don't want the wood rotting, but it's this might be a disaster. Oh, there you go. So comfy, so comfy. One of my favourites when I'm out. Nice cheeky bovril. And I like to use this, I've had it for ages. It's just like a little thermos flask, but it keeps your tea, your coffee, your bovril, your hot drink, any hot drink, nice and hot. So if especially if you're working away on a camp and you're doing odds with kind of jobs, put the lid back on, it stays nice and toasty hot. The other thing as well is, if you are camping, you can put a nice warm drink in that, nice warm cup of tea in there before you go to bed. When you wake up in the morning, you've got a nice hot drink, you don't have to start a fire. It's a camp hack. So there's the wood store, and you can see the tap's seen better days. There's a bit of water sat on there that's leaking through. You see it there. So I'm going to repair that today using that tap. Yeah, it's looking a bit sorry for itself, so I think it's a good idea to get this done today, because it's important to have dry firewood, and it is reasonably dry, but as I found out when I was starting that fire there, it was a little bit damp. So yeah, I think I'll do this today before I go. That won't take too long, and at least that way it's more important that this wood's dry than the hammock. I can dry the hammock off. I'll replace the slats and that quite easily, so that's what I'm going to do just now. So it should be a pretty straightforward fix. All I'll do is cut the back supports, lower them, which will then lower the back bar and then create that slant. That's the theory anyway. Okay, so that's quite a significant change in angles, and that's going to allow the water to run off the back of the tap, down the back of the store and away from the wood. So I'll just put a new tap on that just now. Yeah, I'll get that done as best I can. Don't have any paracord, so I'll just need to be a makeshift just now when I get back up during the week to complete it. Okay, so that's a temporary fix on the wood store. It's looking alright, to be fair, but we'll just see if we can get a better idea of how that's leaning now. So you can see it's leaning nicely, so all water gathered on that tap will run off the back. So I'll complete that next time I come up. I'll keep that front on it though with the tap. It just means any rain that comes from the south, that would be, will not get into the wood store. So yeah, quite happy with that. You see it, the top log's all cut. So I'm going to call it a day at that. The sun's starting to set. Don't know if you can see that behind us, but the sun is starting to set. It's about 3:30, maybe 4:45. It'll be pretty dark soon, so I'm going to get my kit packed away and just quickly tidy up, extinguish the fire totally, but it is pretty much out anyway. The camp's looking nice and tidy. Fire pit stuff. It stood up really well. But I took my time and built things properly, so there's no surprise there, I suppose. But yeah, please, if you've watched the video all the way to the end, you know, if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. Let's see if I can get my subscribers up to, let's say, maybe 500 in the next couple of months, maybe by the start of next year. That would be good. So guys, till the next time, as I say, like, subscribe, leave a wee comment, let me know that you either like the video, don't like the video, up to you, alright, and I'll see you in the next one. Catch you later guys.